City Assassin does it again.
Live from WICB Radio.
Inside the 30. Hester's going to take it all the way for a touchdown. And no flag, 92 yards.
This is
It's a goal, the Stanley Cup to the Chicago Blackhawks.
Chicago's Beat.
It is a beautiful day in the greatest city in the world, Chicago, Illinois. Welcome to the Chicago Beat on WICB Radio. It is Thursday, May 24th, 2012, and I am Mike Mercado. Don't forget, you can follow the show at mmercado2333, or you can comment us on Facebook at facebook.com/MikeMercado2333.com. And without further ado, it is the world famous 30 seconds of Chicago Cubs baseball on WICB and the Chicago Beat.
Holy cow!
The Chicago Cubs fall again to the Houston Astros 5-1, making it a 9-game losing streak. The only offense coming from Reed Johnson, who hit a home run. Jeff Samardzija, with a decent outing, goes 6 innings, 4 strikeouts, only giving up 2 runs, but dropping his record to 4-3, has been struggling over the last few starts. There is just no offense in this lineup. And as sad as it sounds, and as big of a Cub fan as I am, it looks like it's going to get worse before it gets better. So buckle in, Cub fans. We have a long season ahead of us in the bleachers. And that was your 30 seconds of Chicago Cubs baseball on WICB and the Chicago Beat.
Holy cow!
And in the South Side, the White Sox get to 500 again, beating the Minnesota Twins 6-0 after dropping their game last night. Paul Konerko and Alex Rios pitching with a home run apiece. Konerko having an awesome season, and after getting plunked in the face just a day later of coming back to the lineup, crushes a home run. Chris Sale with a gem goes 7 innings, giving up only 2 hits, getting his record of 5-2, and lowering his already good ERA down to a 2.5. So again, I've been saying it for a while. I've been saying it since the offseason. If you listen to the show, I'm not a White Sox fan. But I think with the struggles that the Detroit Tigers are having, especially not only losing last night to the Cleveland Indians 4-2, but then losing earlier on today, Detroit doesn't look right. They look like they're missing something. Something's not right with that team. And Cleveland is coming off the gate really strong. They did that last season too. So as long as the White Sox stay afloat, just stay within striking distance and get ready to make their push, they have the pitching to do it. It's if that hitting continues, if their bullpen could hold games. It's always been the weakness of both clubs in the Chicagoland area. Always been an issue. So I still think the White Sox are coming out and winning the AL Central. And they cannot give up games against the Minnesota Twins. You just destroyed the Cubs a week ago. And the schedule is in your favor. So you have to go in with momentum, especially when you're going into Cleveland in a few days. So it's something huge that has to happen. But again, the White Sox beat the Minnesota Twins last night and continue to make up some ground in the AL Central. And around the NL and AL Central, the Mets beat the Pittsburgh Pirates 3-1. The Atlanta Braves dropped to the Cincinnati Reds 2-1. And the San Diego Padres lose to the defending World Series champions St. Louis Cardinals 6-3. And in the American League Central, the Kansas City Royals continued their struggles, losing to the New York Yankees 8-3. And like reported earlier on WICB and the Chicago Beat, Detroit fell today to the Cleveland Indians as well as last night to give Cleveland a little bit more breathing room in the AL Central just a few days before their matchup with the second leading Chicago White Sox. And that was around the NL AL Central on WICB and the Chicago Beat. Don't forget, we need your help, guys, so follow the show at mmercado2333 or comment us on Facebook at facebook.com/MikeMercado2333.com. Last time on the Chicago Beat, I believe the Philadelphia 76ers will force a Game 7 against the Boston Celtics and head back into Boston. Yes, I finally got one right. The Philadelphia 76ers beat the Boston Celtics 82-75 as Drew Holiday leads the way with 20 points, 6 assists, and 3 rebounds. The Sixers had 5 players in double digits. You had Lou Williams dropping 11, Elton Brand with 13 points and 10 rebounds, a double-double. Evan Turner, Chicago's own, with 12 points, 9 rebounds, and 4 assists. And Andre Iguodala, who was struggling from the free throws throughout the whole game, finishes for 3 for 7, ends up hitting 2 clutch free throws at the end of the game, just like he did against the Chicago Bulls, showing what happens when you can actually hit your free throws. He dropped 12 points and 6 rebounds. I mean, I'm sitting over here trying to figure out exactly who wants it, because it looks like Boston is just giving Philadelphia every reason to steal the series. They're doing anything that possibly could be done wrong. If you look at when Philadelphia has won, Boston looked tired, Boston looked lazy, and it looked like the years are catching up to them. So it could go either way. And in Game 6, the Indiana Pacers try to even out the series against the Miami Heat tonight in the Eastern Conference semifinals. If Indiana has any chance of beating the Miami Heat, they cannot allowed Miami to get into transition and give up long rebounds and easy points to the basket. It's been the same story for 2 years now. We know what it takes to beat the Miami Heat. We know what it takes. And we know what it takes for Miami to win. They need heroic efforts from LeBron James and Dwayne Wade. And then they need somebody else to step up and contribute. They've gotten that in this series. From Udonis Haslem, from Battier, from Chalmers. They've gotten from random players. So Indiana really can't do much. And the only thing they have going for them, if you ask me, is they had a blowout. You listen to most of these former NBA players, it's easier to get over a blowout loss than it is a close loss. Because you can forget about it. It's easier to get out of the memory. I personally believe that Miami is going to end the series tonight. Danny Granger is going to try to play with that bum ankle. Udonis Haslem has been suspended, so he's not playing today. Pittman doesn't really matter. He doesn't play anyway. He was in there for garbage minutes. And Tyler Hansbrough did not get suspended, so he will play for the Indiana Pacers tonight. It's still a series. Don't get it wrong. Indiana can force a Game 7, but they can't become a jump shooting team. Roy Hibbert can only get 8 points. It amazes me when you see teams play the Miami Heat, how they fall into the traps. And it is true. They are just that good. I mean, Dwayne Wade and LeBron James are just that good. They can make teams do that. But these are all playoff teams. And Indiana's a good team. They don't get a lot of national love, but Indiana's a really good team. And they fall into the trap. And I don't know whether it's the youth, the inexperience, but you can't become a jump shooting team against the Miami Heat. That's how you lose the games. That's how every team loses to the Miami Heat. And you have the clear advantage with David West and Roy Hibbert. And if Paul George ever decides to take over the Indiana Pacers as the guy, they're going to be a really good team for a long time. But he just doesn't seem to get it. That he's the man. As many people want to make Danny Granger the guy, Paul George is the man. And he needs to go off. But like I said, Game 6, Indiana, Miami in Indianapolis. I believe the Miami Heat will close out the series and will await the winner of Game 7 between the Philadelphia 76ers and the Boston Celtics. Thank you again for listening on this beautiful Thursday. Please have yourself a beautiful day. Don't forget, follow the show and share us at Facebook/MikeMercado2333.com. For everybody here at WICB and the Chicago Beat, I am Mike Mercado. Enjoy the rest of your day, and we will see you next time on the Chicago Beat.